This is Nick Urich, and you're listening to Let the Hate Flow Through You with Jeremy Shear and El Hordano Diablo.
Let the hate flow!
Available on the Lousy Weather Media Network.
Welcome to Let the Hate Flow Through You, your weekly dose of audible hatred. I'm Jeremy Shear.
El Hordano Diablo.
And this week, we welcome another comic into the studio. Please welcome Samantha Archual.
Hi.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So, Samantha, why do you hate ego?
I think there are a lot of reasons, but I think the biggest one is it's so connected with fear, you know? Like, anytime you try something new, I feel like that voice in your head that's like, well, what if I'm not innately amazing at everything? Yeah, like, that's what ego is. That's one of the biggest reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. But, if you don't have that, the thing that always gets me about that is if you don't have that voice, like, saying, I'm amazing at it, like, that's ego, too. Mm-hmm. So
you need self-hate in your life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
It keeps you humble, I think.
Well, it depends on how important humility actually is in your life. Because, shit, like, as an artist, you can't be too humble. Otherwise, like, why are you going to, like, invite people to check out your work if you're too humble to even, like, bother putting it out? Or just bother promoting it? Or, humility just gets you sometimes.
That is true. But I think that ego is really separate from confidence. Because I think confidence is having trust in yourself and love for yourself. But ego is like specifically attaching yourself to specific adjectives and specific labels that make you feel unique and special compared to everybody else. Like, ego is toxic because it's immediately the core of it is you need to be superior to other people to be happy.
What if I am superior to other people? And that just comes from a place of
how are you superior?
What's that? How am I superior?
Yeah.
I think before I act most of the time.
He knows where the most delicious snacks are and puts them in his fat mouth.
100%. Most of my ego comes from food. Mm-hmm. But no, that's a like we were talking right before. Like I said, I hate everybody else's ego but my own, and like certain things I have an ego about, like cooking. Like, fuck with me. I'm better. I'm better than everybody else. Like, your food's not going to be as good as mine. It's just a fact. Like, anybody who's eaten like something I've made, like on a whim one time, I took like leftover sushi and made like a fish seafood stew out of it. And I just whipped it together, and he was like, "Holy fuck, that's good!" And yeah.
You know what? I would challenge you to a fucking cook-off right now.
That's fine. Give me some ingredients and give me a cupboard, and I'll figure something out.
To Iron Chef Goodyear Heights. Today's secret ingredient.
Did you grow up with like a family who cooked all the time?
Yeah. I like my
too.
my mom I was 15 or 16 when my mom got pregnant with the twins. And she was on bed rest, so I had to learn how to cook because my dad's fucking useless when it comes to that. My little sister was too young,
right.
So I had to learn how to cook. And then like my mom's older sister is a great cook. I learned a little bit from her. My uncle, who I'm super close with, learned a lot from him and his wife. But yeah, I'm better than all them. Like, my mom will even say, like, to my sister, she's like, well, Jordan's better than me. Like, he can just whip something together. Like, if you just give him some ingredients, he'll find a way to make it good. So, and it's true. I mean, it's fine. It's just fucking true.
But that's different from, I think that's confidence. Ego would be like, if you felt inferior, if you, like, you're connecting, unless that's something that you think makes you
If somebody's
special.
food was better than mine, I would be pissed about it.
Yes, okay, so it is ego.
Yeah, it's 100% ego.
Right, I know a lot of cooks, so it's I try not to get Jordan involved in that world because I know it's like your ego will be crushed.
He like meets your grandmother, and
if it's better than mine, if
Yeah,
It's a big if.
Well, man, I know some folks. Like start their own restaurant.
I couldn't cook kosher. I probably could if I tried, but I couldn't.
Well, you couldn't. You're not the kosher type of guy.
Oh, not at all. Not even a little bit. Pork's too good, man.
Pork is the best.
Pork is amazing, and I am one of those Jews that feels.
How many times I gotta say it? You're like Fat Mike. You're not Jewish. You're Jew-ish
I'm not like Fat Mike. I don't have a cocaine problem.
anymore. And he's not even like, it's not just cocaine for him. It's everything. He likes them all. Like he's like me. He likes them all.
I also stopped wearing shorts on stage, and I don't like have an ego about not wearing jeans.
What do you mean, like on stage?
What is the shorts thing?
What do you mean?
Like I
You can't wear shorts on stage?
But is it just a matter of professionalism? Like, what if I had some, like, a good material or some shit?
I think that's where it comes from. I think that, like, you don't ever see comedians in shorts, so it's supposed to, that's the way it's supposed to be. Fuck that.
Yeah, like, on an open mic and it's 90 degrees in a little bar, I'm wearing fucking shorts.
No, I would not, my appearance, that's one thing I certainly don't have any ego about.
Good.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, well, I guess that would be ego because I don't give a fuck. I've dressed the same way since I was in fucking high school, so that's never gonna change. That was what
I just wish you'd have an ego about going up a size.
Fuck you.
I'm sick of seeing the underside of your gut, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't care. I'm sick of seeing your fucking fat ass crack, but I have to see that all the time.
Well, yeah, because my pants fall down.
Okay, so you are bothered by my top half. And I'm bothered by your bottom half. So that's a draw.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's a draw. The shorts on stage thing comes from the...
I think it's the first time we've ever stalemated on this podcast, by the way.
I think more people would be upset about my bottom half than your top half, but...
Everybody's got hangs out every once in a while. I mean, mine just more than others. Maybe that's my ego saying you're lucky to see this.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, see, that's how I view it. But yeah, fuck everybody else's ego. Mine's way more in check than it used to be. I used to think that
Were you an asshole? Like I'm.
Oh, big time. I'm way less of an asshole than I used to be. I just try to think more logically than I did when I was younger. Whereas, like when I first started doing comedy 5 years ago or whatever it was, 5 years ago. I even though I was fun, I got a lot of positive reinforcement right off the rip, which was like
That's nice.
a good thing, but also a bad thing because
Of ego.
well, yeah. Well, the thing is like I hated all like the quote unquote popular fucking comics in Cleveland, or at least most of them. So that's why like when I ran my open mic, it was like a fucking island of misfit toys. Like it's just like we did our own thing and didn't get involved in like the politics and shit.
There's a lot of clickiness, it seems, in the Cleveland.
We've talked about
I
that a
do
lot.
not feel liked over there.
well, like...
Who gives a shit?
I mean, it's one of those things where, you just... People start to work with who they like.
Yeah.
And, it's hard as a new person to kind of come into that environment and be like, I'm a valid human being and I should be a part of this when they've got their own thing going on. Yeah. But it's like that in pretty much everywhere. Like, even when you start a new job, like, you don't know how, if you work in an office, like, you don't know everybody's deal. Mm-hmm. So... they're going to be, more standoffish toward you until you figure some things out.
I mean, it's like that. I mean, it's like that in music too. Because
Yeah.
I mean, like I was, I booked bands and stuff for a long time, and I was in part of like the clique. You know what I mean? Like of all the bands that like, cause like, some of the older bands were kind of like moving on, doing other stuff. And like, we were like the new young crew. And like when I booked shows, like I booked my friends because they were the best bands in Cleveland. And there's like, I don't care what anybody says. There's no question about that. It was like when like all the hipster reverb shit came out like 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I was booking pop punk bands. And like when my shows would do better, because I worked at the Happy Dog, when my shows would do better, like in a house than shows the Happy Dog would do, I'd be like, nah, it's because I'm fucking good at what I do.
Yeah.
I was very good at booking shows. Like
There's-
people were always out. People always gave money. You know, I barely ever had to charge a cover unless I booked it like Now That's Class, you know? So
Yeah. Sometimes your ego gets fed by success. And it's
that's
not-
100%
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And that's what you're talking about when you start out. And, like, I think...
And there's positive reinforcement right off the bat from good people too. It's not just, you know, your peers who are starting out around the same time or just start, you know.
Yeah.
100%.
Even little things, like everybody hears your first set's gonna go horrible. Like Louis C.K.'s did, all of them talk about how the first set, and like if your first set goes well,
Mine did.
You're like, mine did too. And yeah, you're like, maybe I'm just like fucking special. I don't know. The
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah, it's tough to. I've met so many people that's like, no, I've never bombed,
Oh my god.
and then you know they
How
get
mu-
that
you-
dose of reality.
Those are the people who bring 20 people to a fucking open mic who are their
Yeah,
friends.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean, these are guys, mostly guys. I will admit that
sense.
you know they come out and they have something that's different from like what's going on, and then you know it's because it's new and because they're competent. You know they get a lot of positive reinforcement, but then you know part of this deal is you got to reach as many people as possible, so you got to go out into the world, and then all of a sudden you know they have no idea what you're talking about sometimes. So
Well, I'll give
you're
you
gonna
like
bomb.
another example. There's a band from around here. I don't really care to give out their name because I'm friends with at least one of them. But like the first time I met this kid, and their band does fairly well. I mean, like they're liked by a lot of people, and but I remember being at a party over here one time and talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, we're not going to tour because it's pointless." I'm like, "Then you don't." I mean, and they're like, you know, like I said, they do well around here. I'm like, but you have to do well everywhere
Yeah.
to like if this is going to be your career choice. And like I was like, I mean, they're considerably younger than me, and I would tell them like, no, dude, you have like you need to book even if you're doing weekends. You need to fucking be out playing because if not, nobody's word of mouth is not going to get you around the country.
Right. You can't put all your eggs in the Ohio basket.
Right. And I tried to explain that to him. He's like, no, we've toured before and it was pointless. I'm like, dude, it's not pointless. That's the only way bands make money anymore is touring.
Yeah.
Because there's no record labels shelling out money.
Yep. Spotify
And-
doesn't pay you.
No. It's like, well, you know, fractions of cents on the dollar. And I was just like, your ego, like you're way too young to have a fucking ego like this, dude. Like, especially in music, because like,
Yeah.
there's people out there who have been doing this longer who are better than you. And I mean, same goes for comedy. You know,
Yeah.
like people.
Any skill, really.
I
Yeah.
put myself in check really fast in comedy though, because like I had him giving me positive reinforcement, meaning Sheer. I had him giving positive reinforcement, but he also was like very hard on me because he would be like, "No, you need to rewrite that and take, you know." He goes, "You need to chop the words, you know, by a quarter." Like he's like, "It's too
Yeah.
wordy." So like that's how I learned a lot from him. You know, at the time, Yusuf and Dave Flint is another one who was on our last episode. I got a lot of positive reinforcement right off the bat, but he definitely, I mean, I'm sure you can attest that you kept me in check.
It's important because you know that thing about ego is, you know, if that's all you're listening to, if that's all you're getting, then what's the point of improving? Because even if you've gotten to the point where it's like, I have a thing and I'm gonna just rail this thing into the ground, you know, eventually it's gonna run out and you gotta, you know, spice it up a bit.
Right.
So you're just constantly improving. And you know, I think I've done so many stupid things to try to just destroy my ego over the years.
Stupid things like
Well, you know, taking a bunch of acid.
I was gonna say, become a drug addict.
I've
That'll knock
actually-
your ego down a peg or
I've
two.
never done any of the psychedelic stuff, and I heard that, and I was like, well, maybe I don't know. I would
It's-
like.
It's the last like trip I had was all like it was all about ego death. It was like I went into it like I'm a comedian, and then the entire trip was me going, "You sure?" Because this is going on. this is going on? The cat's staring at me. It's like, you are the food man. It's like, I'm just the food man.
I definitely like I've tried mushrooms once or twice. I didn't like it, made me sick. And I've never tried acid because I've heard plenty of experiences, and like a lot of people say it's a good experience. They're like, oh, you learn a lot about yourself. I'm fucking crazy. I don't need I like I'm introspective enough. I don't need to like examine every part of my life because I have fucking bad anxiety, and I know
That's
like
what-
if something turns
Yeah.
when you have an acid trip, it's all bad.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
I got demons. Like, they're gonna come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes me afraid of those too.
Well, how do you deal with the demons now?
Weed.
Yeah. Shove it down, bottle it up, and never talk about it ever again.
And I guess art too. I do music too. Just started, and that's such a good outlet.
Oh yeah,
Like, there's nothing when you can capture an emotion in a song.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
that feels so good. Yeah.
Yeah, when musicians are good, that's something I can judge a musician on, is like, if you like take me out of the moment and I'm only focused on like a feeling and something really resonates with me, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that's like, a lot of people our age hate the band U2, but like Bono once said about Edge, he was like, he may not be the best guitar player in the world. He's far from, but like he evokes more emotion out of his guitar than arguably anybody else does. And it's very true. Like, every time, because I grew up listening to U2, so it's like every time I hear certain songs, it's just like it hits you in that place, and it's fucking great. I love that's one of my favorite things about music.
Me too. I love when it.
Except for when it makes me sad.
Oh,
That's-
see, I love sad music.
No, so do I, but I don't like when it makes me sad.
Oh, like truly, like
Yeah.
you like to feel like the poetic sadness.
Yes.
But not to truly be bummed.
I run away from feelings a lot.
So instead of the feelings, what do you listen to then?
Depends. Like, if I'm just trying to get fucking jacked up, you put fucking Master of Puppets on that whole record. I'll fucking, or And Justice for All, or the Misfits, or anything. But if I'm like feeling more, I guess, introspective, like I'm gonna listen to Alkaline Trio and Tim Barry and all that shit that I listen to.
Do you like Alkaline Trio?
I really have never.
Okay, because it's
So
for
get the fuck out of here.
because it's for girls. So
Really?
Fuck you. You also said Metallica's for girls. So.
Metallica is
How is
for
Metallica for girls?
because it's basic as fuck.
You just called Metallica basic?
I did.
What? That, nothing about that band. I mean, well, no, I take that back. A lot about that band is basic. Post 1988. That, yes, they did get very basic, but whatever. Listen to Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets and fuck yourself.
I mean, I'm not gonna fuck myself while I'm listening to Ride the Lightning.
That'd be pretty funny if you did, though.
I mean,
Master!
I am now the master of puppets. Only if I come right when they say master.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
You just have those string things on your.
That'd be an interesting way to jerk off, that's for sure.
I don't think it'd be effective.
No, no.
From my understanding of the penis. I don't
No. It's just like you just be pulling rope. You know what I mean? Instead of pushing rope.
No, now I've got an idea. So how about instead of string, use like pipe cleaners and lube them up?
Lubed up pipe cleaners?
Pipe cleaners, the core of them is metal.
Well,
But if you lube them up, it's
like,
whatever.
It'll be slippery.
I mean,
No, you know what you do? Instead of rope or that, you use remember those little rubber hands that you slap to the that you slap to the wall? Like, you just use those, and then you hold it by the hand so that you can put it around your thing, your deal, and you can just kind of bob it up and down. You know what I'm saying?
I would use diamond necklaces.
It would be more apropos if you used pearl necklaces, but
I'm into this diamond necklace.
Yeah, blood diamonds, dude. You don't want none of that shit.
No, that makes it hotter. You gotta.
Yeah, because I really want to feel bad about it.
People died for these.
Yeah. A very marginalized group of people died for these, so you want to get your money's worth.
Well, I'm already ashamed if I'm masturbating. I might as well crank it up to 11.
I see what you did there.
I'm glad you did. Yeah, so you can see where my ego doesn't exist. Definitely not there. What's the worst part about encountering someone else's ego?
All of it.
And it annoys the shit out of me.
Oh my god, I wanted to definitely talk about it in comedy because I think the vast majority of comics who are bad, like the majority of them, it's because of ego. It's because they think they don't need to grow. And they think they started out and they just deserved success for no reason.
There's a lot of that. But I mean, would you be able to get on stage and
That's true.
and say things that you think are 100% original, or if you're not that kind of person, then or not, and like put yourself out into the world if you didn't have an ego?
That's true. I mean, I think we all have it, and that's the most fucking frustrating part.
It just depends on what level. I mean,
Yeah.
like what level it is.
So do you think there's like a healthy dose of ego?
There's a line, like you said, between confidence and ego, but I
Yeah.
think that line is very thin. I don't think
I
it's
guess it would be where confidence ends and ego begins.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
that makes sense.
We've had Mary Santora on the show, and she discussed the delusion.
I listened and I wanted to do pretentious people, and I was like, oh, well, Santora took care of it. It's all-
Yeah, but like you were talking about, there's people that are bad just have this. Is it because they're bad that it's ego rather than confidence, or is it,
oh, that's interesting.
a result of them being bad that it's?
I think ego, I guess, is the core of the delusion. Because since you guys were talking about delusion, it would have to not match. If they were good and had ego, then it would be like, there's no problem there.
Well, no, I mean, but at the same time, like, if you're going to have... Because there's such thing as a healthy ego, I believe,
Yeah.
And, like, I look at guys like Carlin, who probably had a huge ego, but well-deserved. I mean, he was, fucking god of comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at...
I like how you worship him, and he hated worshiping.
I know, that's very true. But like, like Chappelle clearly has an ego.
Yeah.
He clearly has an ego.
Yeah.
But again, it's deserved. Like when you're one of the best, there's got to be a level of ego that comes with that because there's all those years of faking it to make it. Like you have to do that in order to get anywhere. Like, that's step number fucking one. But that can also be you can also get sidetracked very fast and fall into that way too much, where you think you're hot shit, but you're not. I've been there before. I've been put in my place before. You know what I mean? I'm the kind of person that, yes, when I do have an ego sometimes, but when I'm wrong, I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah. I feel like if you're actually miraculous at something, I'm not as pissed if you have an ego. You know what I
Because
mean?
you're good at
it.
it.
If you're like starting a whole unique, what would it be, medium or whatever, your own style, it's like, then you're the shit. You know? Like,
Yeah, you're good. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if the Beatles were all just like, we're the band. I wonder how cocky. I don't really.
Are you kidding me? They're all fucking assholes. They were all fucking assholes. I mean, what? 2 of them are dead now. I'd say
Is
George
Ringo
Harrison.
full of himself?
Oh my god. Yeah, he did within the last 10 to 15 years. I think he put it up on YouTube. It was either on YouTube or his website. And I'm not a Beatles fan by any means. I like George Harrison though.
All right.
But Ringo did it was a video online where he was just talking to like his webcam or whatever. And he was like, don't send me any more of your shit. I'm not signing it anymore. Blah, blah, blah. And I mean, I've heard McCartney is like, just from listening to podcasts of like famous people who have met him, I guess he's really fucking cool, but I can't
seems pretty
stand
cool.
Paul McCartney. I just don't, I never liked his songs.
I I've met people who say that.
I appreciate them very, like,
Right.
I like 100%. Like, I like all like the 60s pop stuff they did.
Right.
I never got into the like I don't know if you'd call it like psychedelic or like when they got a little harder rock. I never got into that.
Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah, like when I listen to it now, I can appreciate like, oh, that fucking rips. You know what I mean? Or like, there's Lennon songs that I really, really like a lot, but like that, it's very clear that he had a fucking ego. He was like, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm not religious or fucking spiritual in any sense of the word.
I think I know what you're
Like when he said they're bigger than God, like, or Jesus Christ, whatever the fuck he said. And it's like,
well, he said if God was like at a thing like next door, that more people would come to see them. Isn't that what he said? Which I mean, they were like a level of fame that was insane.
100%. Like, but at the same time, when I mean, I guess the majority of this country is still Christian, but like, back then, even when it was way more, like saying that is like, that's a surefire way for, I mean, the kids are still going to come out and see you whether what their parents say or not, but like that's a surefire way to piss off fucking parents.
That's true.
And then start a mass burning of your albums, which I'm sure happened with Beatles shit, you know? But I mean, I've always respected them. I was more of a Stones guy. Like always more of a Stones guy. And I got into punk rock when I was very, very young. So by the time I got like of age, like 13, 14, I was way too punk to listen to the Beatles. You know what I mean?
I can see that. It's funny that you like the softer like 60s and late 50s stuff you were talking about.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Like,
I expected you to not like that.
No, that's because it's fucking catchy and it's fun. And then, you know, they fucking got way into drugs and everything changed, which is fine. You know, like people love them. You know, there's something to be said for that at least. You know, and a lot. I mean, when you're the biggest band, arguably ever, there's a level of ego that's going to come with that is unmatchable, whether you realize it or not.
Yeah, even if it's like you're not even aware of it.
Right.
It would come out and like
when you look at your fucking bank account and like the numbers are ticking as you're looking at it, like yeah, I'd be like, I don't fucking care when anybody. I'm gonna fucking go fart into a microphone and sell it for, you know, however much LPs cost back then, $4 or $5. You know, like Lennon could have gotten away with that. Fucking Radiohead and Sufjan Stevens get away with that shit. So and fuck them.
And there's been people like Bieber spit on his fans. It's like
that little shithead. I read a story about him yesterday that he pulled up to a bar and like there was two SUVs limos and he was in one of them. It was all filled with girls or whatever, and he was like, they were stopping at bars and he would point and have his security guards go get him. Then they crashed a club. They made basically almost everybody get out or get off the dance floor while he danced with like 40 or 50 chicks, and apparently the whole time he was looking at himself in a mirror dancing.
Oh my god, like American Psycho.
Like, yeah, 100%. And like that kid, I like if I could get 5 minutes alone with that kid, it would be 60 seconds of talking and 4 minutes of me beating the living shit out of him.
He's pretty strong, I would say.
Oh, I'm taller than him. I'm bigger than him.
Are you taller?
Oh yeah, he's tiny. Yeah, I'm pretty positive.
I'm sure he knows Krav Maga. You're dumb.
No, he's a little bitch. I fucking can't stand that kid.
Well, that's if I got 5 minutes alone with him, I definitely wouldn't be fighting.
Fucking.
Take my shots where I can get them.
But you know, that kid is the prime example of a toxic ego.
Yeah.
Of a toxic ego, like. And I mean, I get it. He's young and he's been famous since he was really young. Yeah. So like, I get why he would have an ego, but if anybody around him was smart and not just a yes man, I think things would be a lot different.
So you mentioned youth. All right. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and we've mentioned that people that are new and aren't any good, like often have an ego that's a little too big for your britches. So Samantha, you seem to like not have that much of an ego. So what tempered it?
Eradicate it. Just I think it is self-hate. That's why I'm saying I think you do need it.
Oh, I have plenty of that.
Yeah, when you're just like, oh God, why do I say things? You know.
Mm-hmm. I constantly am like, why do I exist? Yeah. And I'm just like, what's the fucking point? That's me. So I get it.
Well, since you're good, there must be a lot of self-hate.
Well, thank you. That's really nice. You said what tempers it?
Yeah.
I think being aware of how toxic it is, definitely. Like, if I catch myself... one thing I hate about it so much is ego is, I think, when you're meeting someone who you want to impress, when you, like, are trying to tailor what you say, you know, or you're trying to impress them. Oh, I in high school one time I was into this guy, and we were talking about 2001, and he asked me what my favorite scene was, and immediately in my head, the one that came up was when Hal can read their lips, and he realized he's reading their lips, and I was like, oh, that's not interesting enough, so I said, like, the Jupiter scene with all the lights, you know, and then I was like, what's yours? And he was like, I like the lip reading. And I was like, God damn, that was like a lesson. I was like, yeah, be yourself. God
That's like, I mean, it's like that part in Mean Girls when she fakes being bad at math so that she can get tutored by the kid who is bad at math. And I mean, like that whole thing. And she's like, when she tells him, she's like, I'm going to tell you something really stupid. Like, it is fucking really stupid. Like, don't. I hate, like, we've all been guilty of it. We are all guilty of it.
Definitely.
Like, when you meet somebody that you look up to, whether it be in the local, you know, arena, or if it's, you know, somebody that you really look up to, like somebody in a band or, you know, another comic, whatever. I mean, like, the reason I've gotten away with a lot of the cool stories that I can tell is because I just act like a fucking normal person around them. I'm not like, so that one song on that one record, it's like so fucking good. Like, no, like they don't want to hear that shit. They know, they put it out. They're fully aware of that. Most of the time, those people don't want to have their dick sucked proverbially.
You do a lot of dick sucking, though, Jordan.
Oh, yeah, I'm good at it. I'm real good at it. But it's also the reason I mean, you mean like on the show and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, 100%. But at the same fucking time, I will put people in their fucking place, too, if I disagree with them. Or in other words, they're wrong. In my opinion, they're wrong. When they disagree with me, they're wrong. And that's ego.
Yeah.
That's 100% ego. But, I mean, I can poke fun at it. You know, like I said, I know when I'm wrong. And sometimes when I am wrong, I'll push back a little bit more to see how far I can go with it without getting in trouble. But, like, I'll eventually admit I'm wrong if I truly feel I am. And
I'll admit I'm wrong when someone really traps you in logic.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
But if I can, like, peruse some words
you're
around.
like, what about over here? Like, you're and then it's like Tetris and closing
them,
around.
Yeah, if you can distract them away from the checkmate, you don't lose the game.
Well,
like,
but that's sociopathic. Like, if you're trying to find a way, like, their logic's beating mine right now, but how can I beat them at their own fucking game? Like, and that's the thing is, it doesn't have to be logic. You just have to be convincing. That's, you know, like, if you can get people to buy your bullshit, you're good. You're good. I mean, you're fucking crazy. And I just know
it's
that.
Manipulative.
100%. 100%. I don't like being manipulative, but I've done it. And if there's something I really need, if that's the way to get it.
Yeah, I'll be victimlessly manipulative.
Yeah.
I hate, when it's wrong is when you're victimizing somebody for 100%. Your own selfish use.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you draw the line there, though?
Between with manipulation.
Depends on if it makes you feel bad or not.
Wait, no. I think it should be really fucking easy, right? You have an ethic, you have an innate sense of morals, and it's the people who have no morals who are the sociopaths.
Yeah, 100%.
I've met a lot, fallen in love with a lot of them. I have jokes about it.
I like another thing that drives me nuts about ego is, and this is a surefire way to tell if somebody has an ego. I don't care if you agree with me or not. People who interrupt people when they're talking and then continue to fucking do it. Yeah. That drives me nuts. You have to wait until somebody finishes their goddamn sentence to start your thought.
But Jordan, I don't... Oh, damn it.
What?
He was done. Yeah, you were done already.
I was trying to do a bit, Jordan, and you fucked it up.
I fucked it up?
Yeah, I'm blaming you.
Or it wasn't good?
I'm blaming you for my
Anyway, Jeremy,
fuck
shut up.
Yeah.
But if you tell somebody to shut up, at least you're like making a statement right there.
Yeah,
like, all right, I'm done with your bullshit.
That's true.
And that's ego. That's not sociopathic.
Yeah. All right, you're done. Yeah.
Yeah, we've had enough of you. You pipe down for a minute. Let me continue.
That's most of the show.
That's true. I'm trying to think of other like traits of an overego. Like what else would be
A constant fucking look of smugness.
Yeah.
And you like people who emanate that
the
shit.
people who you can tell they look down their nose at everyone?
Yes,
Oh,
100%.
there's so many specific
Oh,
names.
I know. I was like 5 came right off
Yeah,
the bat,
yeah.
like just from comedy, and I'm like, oh, what a
You were
cunt.
talking about the fake it until you make it. Oh, am I too far?
You were getting louder. Though.
I was getting comfy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the fake it till you make it thing. I hate how it's so there are people, and I'm sure you guys are thinking of some too, who they literally are faking it on no merit. Like they're faking it. Just like they'll be putting like shows on and like they'll be like, yeah, it was a full house.
Well, you know what the
and
judge?
you're like, there were 4 people there. I was there.
The judge, yeah, exactly. The judge of that is okay. You're talking about like, oh my god. You know who that reminds me of is the kid with the hair in his face.
Oh,
That like there's this kid. And I haven't seen him in years though.
me neither.
Okay, let's talk about
So
it.
he wasn't a comedian. He's like a crust punk kid.
Okay.
And he put on shows. I mean, the kid put on show. He was a quotations promoter, and like he would walk around Lakewood and hand out these flyers to these shows. Which hey, cool. If you're putting out flyers, if you're handing them out, great. But like there was, I had never heard of one fucking band that kid booked. I'm like, are you making this up? And then I went to one show, and there was literally like one of the bands didn't even show up.
Oh, wow.
It's like, dude, like, maybe you're not in the right business, man.
Do you
Like,
know any musicians? Yeah. Like,
I've worked with Jeremy Catellus a lot because he tried to like do the whole.
That's his name.
okay.
Yeah, he's the kid with the hair in his face. Is like
That's what he goes. Like that's what he goes by, though. Is the kid with the hair in his face?
Really?
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if he's around anymore. But basically it was he tried to cross promote comedy and music, which a lot of people have tried.
Yeah.
And
It seems easier to keep them separate. Yeah. Unless you have
Separate but equal.
separate but equal.
it's Jesus. It's
the only time separate but equal's ever been okay.
Yeah.
In art.
In art, it's
Not
all-
in race. Not in race.
I'm going to stop
hilarious.
myself. but-
Comedians have their own drinking fountain. Musicians have their own drinking fountain. That's all I'm saying.
We do have our own schools.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There's Juilliard, and then there's Clown College. You keep them fucking separate.
Equally respected.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, there. You just put a hole in my logic.
Absolutely. No, but it's a different energy from a music crowd and a comedy crowd. It's
Yes.
like this is what you want from a comedy crowd, which can work for music, but like the whole vibe of a concert is way different than a comedy show.
Because the crowd's supposed to be quiet
Yeah.
and not laughing generally.
Well, that's like I'm not constantly. I mean, this is something I've brought up for years, though. Is like the reason, like coming from like a comedy where I actually put my art out there instead of me just promoting shows and stuff and not being a musician myself. I've always said, because I was at a show one time with like one of my favorite singer-songwriter dudes, and there was people talking during his set, and like he's up there by himself playing an acoustic guitar. Everybody's there to see him except maybe these 2 people, and they're like talking during his set, and I'm like, that's got, I mean, and there's certain musicians who will fucking stop and be like, listen, motherfucker, people paid in here to hear me, but whereas like, and which has got to be fucking hard if you know somebody's talking, but you're in the middle of a song, you don't want to let everybody else down, but you want to rock these motherfuckers.
Right.
In comedy, you have the ability to be like, and you have to be good to do any type of crowd work.
Yeah.
Because if you, that's one thing
can't
that got
have
me by.
any inhibition when you're doing it.
You like exactly. You
Yeah.
like. That was some of my best stuff is like when people would shout shit at me and I'm like, okay, now you just got yourself into some bullshit.
Right.
Like you got yourself fucked up.
Yeah,
With-
and then but the problem is if you curate that type of environment where people want to see that, then your
Yeah.
shows become anarchy for everybody else.
That's exactly what
true.
happened.
Yeah, like we had like it was Jordan's room was like that, and then I had the corner pub, which it was like just a complete shithole in Birdtown.
More than Rowley?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I mean, corner pub was like we have to go to the Dollar General to get mixers, and we
And
have,
it's Fago or Diet Shasta.
we have to go to the gas station to get canned beer for the night.
I thought you were going to say like gas station vodka. Like
There was
Oh my
also
God,
gas
Kamachka,
station
whatever
vodka.
that is.
There was Kamchatka.
Yes.
And probably some Popov being served there. When I first got brought there, they had Ice House on tap. For God's sake.
How do
Never had
you? They make kegs of ice house.
They did. The tap was always there when I was doing shows there, but they didn't have any more because like the owner was just she was gambling away the bar's profits. It was a complete shithole. It is no longer there, but kind of the vibe of the place was you can shout out shit, and like part of the appeal of it to comedians is this is where you can deal with it. But we like made it a thing in that room.
Yeah.
To where it was fine. The problem was when we get people that would like, okay, this is fine at corner pubs, so I'm going to go to a different room where it's more, this is what we're doing, and try to be corner pubby at like the Winchester, and that's not okay.
I mean, there's certain people though, like certain comics. If I'm not on stage or if Shear's not on stage, this it's gonna sound like ego, which is fine. I don't care. People who are good at that, like you're quick on your feet. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can think. As it's coming out of your mouth, you're like, okay, this is what I'm gonna say next. Because with hecklers or whatever, I guess it's hecklers is what the word you'd like put on it. 9 times out of 10, what's gonna come out of their mouth.
Yeah.
In response to what you say, so you can think 2 steps ahead of them because they're probably drunk and they don't know exactly. Like, there's just been times like that's some of my favorite memories in comedy is me shutting down somebody in a room full of people because it makes you look so good. They're like, oh, that guy's good at what he does, and that's what you want people to think. You want people to think you're good, and that you're just like, oh wow, that couldn't have been planned.
Right,
So wow, that was impressive. Like I did it. Somebody we just had on the show recently, Seth. We talked about that where that one fucking guy who you and me both just destroy. Well, actually, you didn't even need to because at that point he was buying me shots and beers. But like we talked about it a couple weeks ago.
I try not to engage people like that anymore, only because
They want the attention.
Yeah, they want the attention, and I don't want people to think that that's part of the show, and I don't want to. There are too many people that are like heckling is a part of comedy, and it's not.
No.
It's an outlier. So if I don't have to, I don't deal with it.
And that's the thing is, I don't care about people tripping me up. That's not what I care. It's just a respect thing.
Yes,
it's
that's
a respect
what gets
thing.
me about it too.
Like, if you came here to watch comedy, shut your fucking mouth and let us do what we do.
Right.
And if you're better, get up on stage and fucking do it. That's always been my thing. Get up on stage and do it.
Yeah.
Why don't you try it, fucking asshole?
I mean, there's a video from the Euclid Tavern many years ago where we took a guy that was heckling and put him on stage, and then we started heckling him.
Oh yeah, are you and Clem?
It was me, Brendan Eyre, Ray Felton, Sean Boyd was there, Steve Guy.
Who was the guy that you and Clem were yelling, "Kill yourself"?
I don't know if that was Clem that was there.
I thought it was.
It might have been. It was mostly me.
Didn't
yelling
you
at
say
it.
you and Clem used to do that for a while, though? You guys would go to shows and just fuck with people?
Oh, yeah, we did that a lot in Kent.
In Kent.
Yeah, Clem and I would just get drunk and start screaming at people at shows because we were we were just being silly gooses.
Isn't there a video of one of them where you guys are just like yelling out at this dude? I think there is a video of it somewhere where they're just yelling at this guy. Then you hear one of them go, "Why don't you just kill yourself? Drive your car off a bridge." Just like this awful shit. But like
Just
at the same,
listing specific
but
examples.
that's the thing is people like that, put them in their fucking place. Put them in their place. Like if they're good, go put your art out in the world. Oh, you don't have any? Fuck off. Get out of my realm.
No, the whole me and Clem being drunk assholes thing was just a thing for a few months.
Because it's gold.
Little summer you guys had.
Yeah. I mean,
The mean summer.
Douchebag summer. Yeah.
it was douchebag summer. I'm sure the people that we victimized were not happy about it.
Get over it. Go out with somebody else.
It was, man, that was a lot of like that was because we're cool with everybody that was around,
Yeah.
so we could kind of get away with it. But like, there were people that would come in from other cities and be like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, why are these guys shouting?"
I don't want to be here. I don't
And
care
they're
about
just
my
getting
$10.
away with it. And
Yeah.
they're on stage.
They're comics? Yeah.
They're
like,
comics, and they're getting on stage after this and killing. What's going on?
There's ego. There's ego right there.
I mean, I've earned it.
No, I'm not saying you haven't. It's just it's there. It's definitely there.
It's there, but it's tempered by enough self-hatred to, the point where, I've had to cover up mirrors in my house enough. I don't want to look at myself.
Oh man.
Gross. Yeah, but man, that's where it really got out of control, though. If you think about it, because it was like, how can you be so egomaniacal that you're gonna be like, oh, this show is bullshit unless I'm talking.
Thank God I'm here.
Welcome to every week of my
these
life
people.
on this show.
Yeah, that's it got out of hand. I think part of that was like, you were talking earlier about the part of that ego being the voice in your head telling you like, hey, like, are you serious about this shit, So I would try to murder that voice in my head with as much booze and drugs as I possibly could. As much, like to the point where like Jordan's talking about like meeting like famous people and all that. Like when I met Stanhope, I was too drunk to
When
meet.
he opened for Stanhope.
I opened for Stanhope and I was too drunk to be a person because I was just like so
Shit hammered.
Yeah.
You're just so like worried about, was it the ego worried about failing?
And like that's the thing is, if you
Yep.
get too drunk to open for Stanhope, you may have a problem.
And that's why I'm sober. There was a lot going on other than like the fact that I was like, I have to impress Doug Stanhope because I don't know how else I'm going to be a comic if I can't like open for him all the time. So there was that, but there was also the whole like, this girl I'm hanging out with is like really obsessed with him and I have to do really well, and it was a mess.
I'm finding apathy, I think, is the secret to happiness. I think not caring about anything.
I agree.
Is how
100%.
you can be the freest soul.
Have you met
The
Ryan
free
DePerno?
spirit. Actually,
No, he does care.
No, the whole deal. Okay, exactly.
Ryan, Ryan, I don't feel that way about you.
This is how little you mean to the world at large.
Ryan, again, I don't feel that way about you. It's just real funny.
His whole deal is like, I don't care, and he's miserable.
Yeah, he.
can I hear the name again?
Ryan DePerna, not
DePerna.
Ryan. Ryan.
Ryan.
Yes,
Okay,
DePerna.
like
He's a
apple.
dirty Italian. It's okay. But no, like, but the thing is like, he does act like he doesn't care. But go read his Twitter. Like, he does care. He's like, oh, we're all gonna die in a nuclear holocaust. Blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, let's not talk about that. Like, if we do, we do. We probably won't even know the difference. If we get vaporized by a fucking blinding son of an explosion.
Yeah, we'd be lucky if that's what happened.
Yeah, right. But no, he clearly he talks. Anybody who talks about politics, they do care.
Mm-hmm.
They do give a shit.
That's what I used to be very involved in politics, and then 2016, I was just like, I don't understand the world anymore. Yeah, I can't be knowledgeable. It's just disgusting all the time.
And man, where you're living, it can't be fun to be political.
Where do you live?
In Massillon.
Oh God. Yeah, no, that.
In specifically the Jackson part, which is worse.
Oh yeah, you can't.
You don't know.
You can't be liberal and be from anywhere south of Berea. It's all just under there. It's all Republican conservative bullshit.
Well, here in Summit County, we have our pockets.
No, I mean as far I guess I was leaning more towards Medina, strong North Royalton, Strongsville, Medina. We keep going if you want, but it's.
I'd tend to stay away from those areas anyway because I'm Jewish.
I'm from. I lived in Medina the second half of my teen years. It's I was always out of place. I was just I don't belong here.
I remember, do you guys know anything about Louisville over there? It's by Canton.
Yeah, I've driven through there, and a buddy of mine dated a girl from there. But other than that, there's some sort of drive-in that sometimes I would see horse and buggies go through.
Really?
Yeah.
I just know they're real racist over there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
How racist are they?
They're so racist that when I was in softball and I brought my my best friend who was a black girl to my game, they just all hated me for the rest of the season.
Oh.
I was like, wow. I was playing infield, now I'm outfield all the time. It's all right, guys.
I just get mad when I talk about race.
It's insane how primitive our species is.
Ignorant.
Yeah.
Ignorant.
Yeah, and it's because of that cancer fucking demographic, you know?
Well, it's ego. It's
yes, needing to be superior.
Yeah, it's part of my being is my race, and therefore the race has to be superior.
Yeah, my white pure race.
Yeah, and you're all wrong. Jews are superior. So,
if they were superior, never mind.
Yeah.
Could you
tread lightly, motherfucker?
I'm just saying. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying. If they were superior, could what have happened to them happened? Because there's a Jewish mafia. Why didn't they bite back at fucking Hitler?
Because they were busy, over here, getting the Nazis in the States.
I did, what's something I did find out, because I've been watching, Hitler and the occult documentaries and stuff, because it's fascinating, all this, because I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it,
he's taking notes.
That's what I do.
Taking notes.
What, I'm at the top of my list, what Hitler did wrong. But no, that's me though. Is I will go down rabbit holes and I'll get so obsessed with something. And I found out recently that one of the reasons the Allies were able to penetrate the Eastern Front was because they came in through Italy because of the mob. So they pulled up on the shores of Italy, and the mob had given them it was actually Lucky Luciano was the one who helped out. He his connections in Sicily or Italy, either I don't remember which. It must have been both, but they gave him the position of Italian and Nazi snipers so they could take them out and then move forward. I found that out maybe yesterday or the day before. I was like, that's fucking interesting.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's
the mafia ended World War II.
Look, La Cosa Nostra. They played a major role in it. Yeah.
What you're saying is the Italians greased up the coast. So, Samantha, where can we find you on the internets?
Oh God,
if you want people to friend you and follow you.
Yeah, I have a Facebook. It's Samantha Archual. I have a musician page. I'd like to promote if I can.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
And
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Oh, and I have a album. It's an EP called Heartfelt Ditties on Spotify.
Cool.
So,
Very
yeah, I'm
cool.
pretty proud of it.
Yeah, everybody check that out.
If you're listening on Spotify, just go ahead and search Samantha Archual.
I mean, it's not me talking, so it's probably not that good.
Yeah. You might be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not me, so... Yeah.
Jordan, I don't think we're going to find anybody that hates ego as much as Samantha Archual.
No, there is another.
I won't apologize again. I'm a repeat offender. You can see right through my skin. I don't care about making mistakes. I keep setting up and falling on my face. Feed me numbing agents. Drag me to the ring. Another discharge vapor. Diagnosis drunkenness. I keep my bruise and my brain and under the punches. And I was meant to take.
This has been a Lousy Weather Media Network production. Find new episodes and archives at lousyweathermedia.com.